Hello, I'm Vince, and I want to show you how you can do a brute force solve of hex Sudoku. So start by going to this URL, and when you do, you'll see something like this. It's a little messy because these are my personal tools that I developed for my own use, but you're welcome to use them if you want to. So it started out with Slicey. I built a solver for Slicey as part of my my original setting a long time ago. But then I added on different things such as Sudoku, Suguru, even Star Battle, just to help me in my own solving or a setting of hex stuff to check when I had, 0 solutions. So let's see how we can do it with Sudoku. So here's the code for Hexdoku for 7 regions of 7 each. We just scroll down, paste it into this top box, and hit import. And there it is. So you can see, obviously, the colors represent the different regions. They're all blank right now. There's no numbers in there. And over here, you can see the layers. You can just basically ignore this right now. The important thing is that the top layer is what needs to be selected when you're putting numbers on. And the other layers help make the magic work when you're doing the brute force solver. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. So if you put in some numbers, obviously you're not going to put in your clues like that, but you can come over here to this button that says Generate Filled Sudoku and click it, put in the number of cells or a number of possible values, and there you go. This is just the first solution that it found that satisfied these givens. If I go back with Control Z, you could also, I think there's an undo button, I'm not sure. Anyway, Control Z takes me back. You can control click, so I hold down the control key and I click again. This time it's populated the possible values. So obviously up here where I had 1, 2, and 3 as givens, those do not exist in the other cells. This one, for example, can only be 6, 7, 4, or 5. Is that right? They're not in order. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. So anyway, or this one, for example, can only be 5 or 3. Now, I couldn't explain to you what combinatorics lead to that only being 5 or 3, but if you put in a 6 here, and I undo and redo just to get those pencil marks away from there, if I put in a 6 and I hit solve, it's not going to work. Now, if I look in my console, actually, I'll do that in a second. So yeah, so it doesn't work. It doesn't give you an error message or anything like that, but it doesn't work. If it was valid, it would have come up with a solution. Yeah, but if I put in a 3 there, and by the way, you can select the numbers just by clicking on clicking here with your mouse or using the number pad, either way. So I put in a 3 was one of the valid values, and I click control click to generate. Now more things are filled in. Again, Control Z, Control Y to undo, redo, and now it's filled in all the things that are forced from your givens. So when you control click, it both puts in the values, it puts in all the forced values for real, and then it shows you the pencil marks. But you can Control Z, Control Y to clear away those pencil marks and just see the values that are forced. Okay, now the other thing is you can control click again and go to the console using F12. That brings up the the browser tools in Chrome and other browsers, and it'll show you how many solutions exist if you look at the console here. So there's 4 solutions that exist from this location. So 6, this could be a 4 or a 1. So theoretically, either 4 has 2 solutions and 1 has 2 solutions, or 4 has 3 solutions and 1 has 1 solution. Let's just find out. So I did a control click. Okay, so there's still 2 solutions from here. So now I can put a 7 there, control click, and this should be unique. Yep. And if I went back and put a 6 there instead, it'll be unique in a different way. And there you go. So that is an example of how to use the hex Sudoku solver. I don't think any of the other things are relevant. You can color things if you want. The different things where they say emblem or whatever, that's left over from a different game I was developing that then turned into these tools. Yeah. So I wanted to also just quickly show you, you can also do it in a 9 by 9 grid. scroll down, paste, import. This is the 9x9. I used this to develop a couple of Sudokus. Probably the one I'm proudest of is the XB Sudoku that's in testing submissions. It wasn't a great solve path, but I enjoyed the interaction of figuring it out. So anyway, this works the same way. You can put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then try to generate a Sudoku just based on that. This is more flexible because it's bigger and it has 9 digits instead of just 7. The 7 one collapses quite quickly, but also it takes a lot longer because there's a lot more combinations possible with the size of grid, obviously. So I think, let's just see if this works. Let's just try to find a Sudoku. I hit escape to get out of there. Okay, let's try a Sudoku, see if we can find one. Okay, it's grinding away. Looks like it's probably going to take a little while. Took 7 seconds to prepare. Yeah, so anyway, no need to get into the weeds. That is how to load up the tool, populate some givens, and see if it's broken or not. All right, hope this helps. Thanks, and see you later.